Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the General Hospital edition. Today is Monday, August the 1st, 2022, and it is a new month, a new week of soap. So let's get started. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a it was an 8.5 for me. All right, so we see Sam and Michael, and they sit down and they talk, and Sam hears Michael on the phone. To me, he sounded just like Sonny would, but she said, so you're a demanding boss. And he tell her, she says, I know what that's about. It's about Aurora. And he said, yeah. It's about Aurora. But anyways, she tells him, don't worry about it. We just started that so Scout and him can have, and Wiley could have, a legacy to fall back on that they gave them, she and Drew. And he said, oh, it's not just about them. We're also having another baby. And she was like, congratulations. And she said, he told her, I'm surprised Dante didn't tell you. And she said she and Dante are, just evaluating their relationship as far as taking next steps and all that. I'm not about to hold you long on this. It wasn't much. And so then they talk about her workload and how he says, Mom told me you were trying to help Trina. And she said, yeah. And I actually found, she got advice from Felicia that could actually help the case. I said, then why are you sitting here talking to Michael? Let's move on. That ticked me off. So then we see Felicia and Mac, right? So Felicia and Mac. So Mac is in the pool. He's swimming or whatever. And these girls are like, oh, that's Silver Fox. I call him there. I said, oh, okay. And then Mac got out the pool. I said, oh, okay, Mac, I see it. And Felicia got up and she said, that Silver Fox right there is mine. And she had to go and mark her territory. And so anyways, she told Mac what they were saying. He said, no. He said, but if they were, you know how I feel every time we go out. So anyways, they sit down and talk, and she tells him she's really enjoyed helping Sam. I'm not going to hold you long on them. She's really enjoyed helping Sam. And he said, maybe you can help and everything. And she said she's looking for a mother. And I told her to go. I can't remember. But anyway, she told her to follow the actual, I believe, paper instead of like being in computer systems and all that. She said, well, and I don't have any connection to this case, the biological parents or anything. I said, child, y'all are really setting this up that Felicia's gonna be Esme mama, but I don't know how this is gonna work out because later on. Let's move on. We see TJ and Willow. And Willow is asking him, is everything okay or whatever? And he was like, well, we'll just get the paperwork. But he's also asking her, like, why don't you want Michael to know? And she said he's been through so much and it's a lot and everything. So she just doesn't want to worry him and she doesn't have to. And I get it, Willow. I think you should tell Michael, but I also understand why she's not. So anyways, TJ gets a text on his phone, a notification, and he leaves out. And when TJ leaves out, he talks to on oncology, the person on duty, because Willow's blood work has come back and it's very concerning. So then that's that. So then we see Elizabeth and Finn. Y'all, I'm not gonna hold you long on them at all. They talk about their, her being back and was it too soon and all that. And she says she feels fine and she's great. He said, and he lets it slip that he loves her. And at the time, TJ paged her and told her he needed help. And so she had to leave. So then Willow goes out of the room and she sees TJ talking to the guy from oncology and she's concerned. So then TJ tells Elizabeth, and I knew this was about to be a mess when he said it. He said, here's some paperwork. We need you to take care of this. It's very sensitive about this patient. We need you to take care of this. And she said, okay. I said, oh, Lord. So then TJ goes back in the room with Willow and she said, I saw you talking to the man from oncology. Do you think I have cancer?
I have cancer. I'm worried you may have leukemia.
And he says, we think you have leukemia. And I said, oh, Willow. And so then we see Finn and Elizabeth talk, and she tells him she loves him too, and she kisses him. I said, uh-oh. And then she tells him, I'll talk to you later. She got to take care of this paperwork. So then Elizabeth goes to take care of the paperwork, and
Peter, it's Elizabeth. Can you hear me? Peter!
sees Peter on the ground at the staircase, and she's dropped all the paperwork. I said, because you just kissed Finn and it's something going on. Ma'am, I'm so tired of this. Like, this has been going on forever. We thought she had got help with this in May, because I remember, because it was May sweeps, and she went to what is it, the mental hospital to get help, assistance, and we thought she was taking care of this, and y'all brought this girl out just so she can have the same thing going on. I'm disappointed in y'all. I wrap this storyline up, please. Wrap it up. So then, y'all, we see Spencer and Nicholas, because they're having a recess with trial or whatever, right? And everything. So Nicholas is trying to get Spencer to wrap everything up. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Nicholas is trying to get Spencer to talk to him because he needs to tell him about Esme. But Spencer says, listen, this sounds like this is going to be a long story. I don't have time for that right now. I got to get in here and support Trina and let her know that I'm taking, I'm helping her. Like, I'm there for her and everything. Child, it's a good thing you didn't tell Spencer, because Ava and Esme are still going at it. And Esme is pushing Ava's button. She's telling her about Kiki and all this. And I'm not going to hold you long. The next thing we know, she has pushed Ava's button so long that Ava backhands Esme and she starts bleeding. And she said, you've been asking that. Baby, Esme is not phased. She said, I'm not afraid of you, and I'm not going down there to help Trina. I'm not putting myself in danger. I said, well, I can't blame you on that, Esme. Nobody's offering you a better deal, so I can't even be mad at that or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. She needs to go down there. But y'all just not going to get, like, Esme is not going to do this out of the goodness of her heart. And the girl fears no man, so you can't frighten her into doing it. The only person that can make her do it is Ryan, and he's not about to make her do it. She realized she's on her own because he didn't even try to help her. But anyways, Esme and Ava start going at it, and Esme is packing up her stuff in some kind of way. That envelope that she has, that that letter she wrote to Maggie, fell out. And child, Ava gonna pick it up. I said, hide it, Ava. Ava said, but Ava couldn't just hide it. She had to say, oh, what is this? You seem really concerned about it. And Esme was like, it's mine. And baby, they go full on brawl. I said, what is happening here? But anyways, they are fighting so much that the staff calls Nicholas, and they tell Nicholas, there's some commotion going upstairs. I said, well, get up there and help. What are y'all doing? What they paying y'all to do? And so Nicholas says, who's up there with my wife? Ma'am, sit down. Who's up there with my wife? And so I said, baby, this is not going to end good. So then Trina, Taggart, Portia and Diane talk, and they said, Trina, if you had an alibi, why didn't you let it go? And she said, because it wasn't sure proof. And she didn't know Spencer was going to get up there and tell the truth and everything. So then Diane talks to Trina, and she says, you're such a strong woman. Most people would break under this, but you've maintained your strength. And she said, your parents raised you right. And she said, now we're going to get on this stand, and I'm going to have to go for this. She said, because Spencer helped, but we're going to really have to go for what it is, what we got to go for. And she says, I understand. She knows she's going to have to talk about her feelings for Spencer. So anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. Mila is on one. So then we see that Taggart and Trina and Portia and Diane, they all just encourage her to just get on the stand and tell the truth. So Trina gets on the stand, and Diane starts talking to her, and she says, why would you not tell? You had a sure proof alibi. And she said, well, you like the DA Arden said, there's no guarantee that Spencer would be my alibi, because you could time it. And she said, so I didn't want to get Spencer in trouble. And Diane said, that sounds like love. And she admits she was in love with Spencer.
Because you had feelings for someone else. Yes. And who would that person be? Spencer Cassidy.
Baby, the way that Spencer laughed had me hollering. Jocelyn over there ticked off because she said, oh, Spencer gonna think she still love him. And Rory over there like, oh my gosh. And Spencer over there is grinning. I said, okay, Spencer. She said she with Rory now. But he said, nah, she still got them feelings for me. So, move on. All right, guys. So then we see Esme and Ava still going at it, and they have went out on the terrace. And I said, this is getting strange because y'all know one of the spoilers say that Nicholas, in order to make Ava stay with him, stay married to him, he gonna blackmail Ava because they say she killed Esme. I said, I don't believe that because Esme's in contract. I said, I don't believe that. But baby, Ava and Esme are fighting, and Esme was about to she brought her paper up. Esme was about to throw that paper. She said, "You're not finna get my secrets." And Ava grabbed her, and they were going at it. And Esme just slipped. Really, Ava didn't push her. She wasn't trying to push her over. Esme slipped backwards, and by the time Nicholas came up in that room, he saw Esme tumbling back. And if you look at Ava, her arms were out and her eyes were shocked because she did not mean for that to happen. And let me tell you something. That was General Hospital today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And overall, it was a good episode. It deserves like an 8.5. It was a good episode. You know what? It might have even been a 9. And you know what? I probably would have gave it a 9 if y'all hadn't showed me some people that I don't care about seeing, like Michael and Sam and Felicia and Mac. I understand you have to fill the episode up, but I love this trial that's going on and all the information that's coming out. And that Ava and Esme is the best for me. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for a new episode of General Hospital, What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital edition. Bye.